Guys, Pedro Pascal is a menace. Usher has got nothing on him. Chris Brown has got nothing on him. And he has this pattern, as you probably are already aware, of touching his female colleagues in a way that a lot of people deem inappropriate. Last week, we were talking about a video of Pedro on a red carpet with his friend Sarah Paulson, and he is pulling her very close, whispering in her ear. She's leaning away from him. A lot of people thought it was obvious that she was uncomfortable with this level of physical contact in front of photographers. But it seems that his physical contact with his co-star on Fantastic Four, Vanessa Kirby, is very much welcomed. And she is engaged and pregnant at the moment. And I just wonder, how does her baby daddy feel about how up close and personal and familiar and friendly she's getting with Pedro Pascal in all of these promos? She was just in this video with the Fantastic Four cast, and Pedro is reaching very low on her hip in this video. You can even see their co-star Joseph Quinn in the middle there, giving them a look like, is this appropriate? Like, I don't really know how to feel about this.
Let's watch it here.
So they're all throwing up the four fingers, but he's looking down. Look at him. He's like, is that really professional? He's still looking at it. Yeah. And this is what they made in the final cut of this promo video.
I'm wondering if
Joseph Quinn is all of us right now.
I'm wondering if it's like a reference to the movie that I'm not catching.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they seem to be taking showmance to a whole new level.
Am I wrong in thinking like nobody can be that dumb to leave it in there? Like somebody at Marvel had to be like maybe cut out his face there or reshoot it. Like there could be a reference there that I'm. Yeah.
They're leaning into it, and this is the definition of showmance, because of course they're love interests and they want to play up the chemistry off camera. And one of the tweets replying to this video said, "If I saw another man holding my pregnant wife like that, someone is getting a black eye and some broken teeth." I think most men would probably feel that way, but it seems Vanessa Kirby's baby daddy is cool with them basically canoodling all the time. There was this other photo of them nuzzling each other. Vanessa Kirby is instigating some of this PDA on a red carpet in this photo. She's nuzzling him with the tip of her nose. They're very, very close, okay? Something about this doesn't ring as a co-worker relationship or a friendship.
We'll just find out later that it's exactly what you expect from Hollywood, which is a bunch of cheating.
And there was also this set of photos from Comic-Con where she's pulling very close to Pedro Pascal on the red carpet. Not just in this photo, but the second one was the craziest to me. In that slideshow there.
Here.
She's like smelling his neck and he's closing his eyes in ecstasy.
I mean, it's a photo from a red carpet. He's likely just blinking.
And this is from the same Comic-Con panel where he reaches out for her hand in a moment of social anxiety to soothe himself.
She looks like a weird version of Elizabeth Berkley.
And people are like, it's funny how his social anxiety never prompts him to touch men. It's weird how he only needs the touch of a woman to stave off a panic attack.
It's possible that Joseph Quinn and Eben Backrack just don't have the same calming effect.
And as I said in a short that we posted earlier today...
can you send me the link to that?
Well, it's fine. We don't need to show all of the examples. But I said earlier today that people are excusing this by saying Pedro Pascal is gay. And the first thing I would say to that is, first off, there has been no confirmation one way or the other from Pedro Pascal or anyone else that he is gay. He has not spoken on his sexual orientation at all. A lot of people, of course, theorize that he's gay, including myself. But even if he were gay, secondly, that would not excuse making inappropriate physical contact with your colleagues or anyone else. That's a very strange notion that people seem to have these days, that just because you're gay, you can get away with unprofessional or strange, violating behavior, especially towards women. It's just too close for comfort. I would not personally feel comfortable with this as a woman, even if the man were gay.
Okay. There's something even worse than all of that here. He didn't listen to Cypress Hill. I don't believe it.
What do you mean by that?
He's worse.
Oh, the shirt.
Worse,
I didn't even look at the shirt.
Worse than an overly handsy person is a poser.
He's wearing a Cypress Hill shirt for those listening rather than watching. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, it's just not really what most people would tolerate from their significant others. And maybe in Hollywood, people just put up with this type of thing, or they don't think of it as weird. But I asked you earlier, I mean, if Olivia had like a gay best friend who was getting this physical with her, would it really matter whether or not he's gay?
Yes, it would.
Would it make any difference that he's gay? Do you think
it would make no difference.
Like, that to me just seems like a bullshit excuse for inappropriate behavior.
No couple should be getting that close with a person that's not their partner.
Well, alternatively, would it make any difference if it were a female friend?
What do you mean? Like, for her?
Yeah.
Oh, like on the red carpet? It's weird.
Regardless of someone's sex or
weird.
Sexuality,
like,
doesn't really matter.
I get that they feel like they have to do this stuff because it's been this way for as long as Hollywood has existed and showmance has been around for a long time. Though we started talking about it more. I hadn't really thought about it much until Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney in the run up to what was it? Anyone But You. But it's also a joke amongst regular people that these people's relationships don't last. So it's like, of course, go out and do whatever you want. You made the money you wanted to make, and your relationship probably isn't going to matter anyways. But to the rest of us that actually seem to cherish our relationships, you have to guard that. And that type of behavior for either sex is a red flag.
And since you mentioned Sydney Sweeney, she did end up finishing off her engagement. She broke up with Jonathan Davino earlier this year, and the reported reason for that was that she just wanted to focus more on her career because it was a very demanding schedule. And also, Glenn Powell's ex-girlfriend, who was with him during the filming of their rom-com Anyone But You, spoke out on a podcast just weeks ago saying that it was, in fact, their showmance that ended her relationship with Glenn Powell because he refused to clarify to the public that it was just for show. He wanted people to buy into the fantasy that they were falling in love on set in order to sell the movie. He wasn't willing to make the sacrifice of his own career opportunity for the sake of his girlfriend, or at the time actually his fiance. So these things actually do go too far sometimes, and there are plenty of partners of actors who are not comfortable with this. Colin Jost is not one of them, actually.
I bet you those are fake glasses that Pedro has, too. It's even worse.
His glasses really piss me off. I don't even know why. But Scarlett Johansson is also promoting Jurassic World Rebirth at the moment alongside gay co-star Jonathan Bailey, and they're seen here on a red carpet kissing on the lips. What is this? I don't understand this. Like, there is no reason
this is
for this
a face
behavior.
Of pain.
And this is Colin Jost, Scarlett Johansson's husband in real life, and he was asked to comment on the PDA between ScarJo and Jonathan Bailey. He said, "Of all the threats out there, I wasn't thinking it was Jonathan. Jonathan is an out gay man. It didn't seem like the biggest threat. Jonathan and I were like, I guess we have to kiss now?"
It's not about it being a threat. It's literally just disrespectful and sends the wrong message. There's going to be plenty of people who are going to see it that don't know that the guy is gay. And your wife's face should not be something that you're willing to just accept being shared with others. It's already like they already have to do that, given that they're in the world of acting where they have a very loose interpretation of all that stuff, because it's part of the job, right? But I actually do think that there's a difference, because when they're on set, it's work, and it's like you've got a director. I'm not saying I would take it this way, but I'm saying that in their artistic brain, there's a guy barking orders at you. There's 50 people on set. There's a dude holding like a bounce light, trying to make sure that everything's framed perfectly. It's not romantic. But the thing is on the red carpet, there's a bunch of people photographing you, but it's basically a party. There is something intimate about that, and the act of being photographed by people that aren't the crew of your movie and stuff like that. They're not really the same thing. Even for an artist. Like, I think normal people wouldn't be able to stomach either on set or on the red carpet. But for actors, this actually feels like more of a violation to me than the stuff that's done on a closed set.
Right. Like, this is obviously unscripted, or at least seems to be totally spontaneous. I don't think that they were instructed to kiss on the red carpet. This is something that happened in the heat of the moment.
Let's face it, she's got all the power in that relationship. He might be a writer on SNL, but does anybody give a fuck about that?
Yeah.
No? Like,
no.
She has all the power in this relationship, and I'm sure he constantly feels like he's not good enough for her.
He's getting emasculated, and people, both men and women, are getting cucked left and right because showmance calls. You know, this is part of the job, and these lines get blurred.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't be okay with it, and I'm guessing the vast majority of people wouldn't be okay with it, even if it meant that they got to live off of Scarlett Johansson's massive fortune.
Yeah, I'm guessing that for him, there's a lot of feelings of inferiority that, you know, make stuff like this. Okay, let me rephrase. I think that there's a mixture of feelings of inferiority and just that modern day hyper progressive worldview that they share in Hollywood, where maybe if he doesn't realize that it bothers him, but it's on such an instinctual level that he can't really process it.
Yes. And of course, he's framing this as if he would have to be this insecure, threatened creature in order to find this inappropriate.
Who's the most physically attractive gay woman in Hollywood? He needs to go find her right now and make a movie with her so that he can show up on the red carpet.
That's a tough one.
And do the same thing.
That's a tough one.
Are there even?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's probably plenty of conventionally attractive
lesbian actresses,
lesbians or bisexual actors. Like, would that have changed it?
The conventionally attractive lesbians in Hollywood tend to uglify themselves, so it's less of a comparison.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not taking Bella Ramsey on set and doing that. No way.
Kristen Stewart, if she didn't get such an awful haircut and dress in men's suits. Maybe.
Maybe that's why he's really upset, is that he can't do this in reverse because there isn't like the comparison going the other direction.
No, there's no way to get back at her in this situation.
Oh,
but I disagree with the premise that you have to be insecure to feel threatened by this. And I disagree also with the notion that just because, you know, just because Jonathan Bailey is out as a gay man, or just because Pedro Pascal is presumed to be a gay man, that this means it's appropriate, or this means that you should feel comfortable with this as someone's spouse or fiance. That's obviously, that does not compute.
Chat, I'm going to need you to let us know who he can do this with, who Colin Jost can do this with to get back at Scarlett Johansson.
Is there a guest star on SNL that, you know, maybe Sydney Sweeney goes on SNL and they have a skit together?
We'll have to.
And at the end, when they're all coming out to the audience and everyone's clapping, he shares a kiss with Sydney Sweeney in the heat of the moment. It's work, babe. I don't know what to say.
And I do agree with, in the chat, somebody says, it's not a matter of insecurity, but respect. Yes, it's disrespectful. Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media, and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.